That's why I made you guys pick for me. And the 33% of you that said I have to take my butt to get food, I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore. Holy crap, this thing is huge. And just say I gave it my best effort. Can I get a venti caramel macchiato skinny, please?
All right, is that hot or iced?
Iced.
What else for you?
That'll be it. Hey everybody, welcome to a very impromptu Instagram controls my day. I decided at work that if I had a half day, I was gonna be spending most of the day at home reading, doing some bookish things, so I figured why not do an Instagram controls my day. The first question I had for you guys was what I should order at Starbucks, and you will have just seen me order that, but it was a venti caramel macchiato. So good, one of my favorites. So, we have our coffee, and the next question for you guys was whether or not I should continue my fantasy read or whether I should start summerween early. So I actually have not checked the results of this, so let's see what you guys ended up choosing for me. Okay, according to Instagram, which I will put up in one of the corners here, 62% of you think that I should finish my fantasy and 38% of you think I should start my summerween reads. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to win because I desperately want to finish my fantasy. I'm really enjoying it, but also it's summerween, so I was really wanting to start summerween. That's why I made you guys pick for me. So I will be continuing and finishing Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. I will check in with you guys once I have final thoughts on this because why the heck not? I got about 2.5, 3 hours left, I think, on double time speed. So I should be able to finish it in Patreon sprints, which are going to start in about 40 minutes, so I need to go get out of work clothes and get everything set up and ready to go. I've also asked you guys what I should wear for the rest of the day because I don't want to be in my work clothes for the rest of the day, and the options were either my new Literally Dead book club merch or my late night crew merch. So once that is decided, you will see me in whatever that garb is, but I will check back in with you guys once that's been figured out. Okay, so we've done a couple of polls, so I figured I would check in with you guys and let you know what has won so far. So first things first, I asked you guys what I should change into as far as out of my work clothes, and you guys picked my Literally Dead book club merch. This is a great opportunity for me to say that this vlog idea actually was not my own. Kayla from Books and Lala has done a couple of these, I think, now, and I always loved watching her do them. I thought they were a ton of fun, so I figured I would try it myself. But the Literally Dead book club is her horror thriller book club, so if you guys are not already familiar with her or with her book club, you are. She's awesome. Everything will be linked down below. So this is what I have now changed into. I'm in my comfy clothes. We are doing Patreon sprints. And then I also asked you guys what ambiance I was going to be listening to, as well as whether or not I should get food brought to me or get my butt out of the house and go get food. And so I think this has been up for a few minutes now, so we can see what won. Let's see. So please be nice. Yay, everybody said I can get food brought to me, and the 33% of you that said I have to take my butt to get food, I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore. How am I supposed to read and go get food, forget audiobooks exist at the same time? So I am going to order me some food. I don't know what yet. I'm thinking, I've been on a barbecue baked potato kick, and I have no excuse for it other than, who doesn't love potatoes, especially a baked potato with cheese and butter? It's amazing, right? It's amazing. So I'm going to order that. It's about 3:45 now, so it's not super late, but I didn't really eat lunch and it's gonna take it 45 minutes to get to me, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and order it. I have read a little bit more of Ashes of the Sun on Patreon sprints. I'm probably about an hour, hour and a half from finishing it. So if you guys don't know what Ashes of the Sun is about, this is a very unique sci-fi fantasy blend following two siblings. One is a centaur that can wield light and magic, and she works for the government essentially to take out plague spawn, which are creatures created by ghouls which are extinct. It's a lot to explain. And then the other sibling is the brother, and he hates the government. hates the Republic, and he is one of the rebels that is trying to overthrow everything and get them taken out of power. I'm loving the sci-fi blend here. It's very, very subtle, but done extremely well. It's action-packed. It has not slowed down. It's extremely well written. So I'm having a great time, and it's shaping up to be my favorite fantasy so far this year. I'm gonna go back to reading. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, other than I'm a slacker. And we're gonna order food, and I'll check back in with you guys a little bit later. All right, so you guys chose a spooky ambiance, so go down to my fall, and I don't know, what do we want to do? Do we want to do Haunted Village? Do we want to do Night in an Abandoned Cemetery? Do we have one that's like rain? Because that was the second highest, and we could combine them. Victorian Library, I think that one has rain. Let's see, let's start with the Victorian Library, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Instagram didn't tell me I could do this, but didn't know I had so many packages coming. And so I didn't think to put it on Instagram because I didn't know I had like literally this much stuff coming in the mail. So we're gonna open my packages anyway, even though Instagram didn't say I could. So, first thing, oh, this is not exciting. This is just a gray card to help white balance my camera. Yeah, so this is literally not exciting at all. So we're gonna go past that one. I don't know what this is. I had ordered a few things from Book Babe Designs a while back, and unfortunately the package got lost in the mail, I assumed. But I think this may be the package that got lost. And I mean, we're talking like, it probably was 2-3 months ago now that she shipped this. Oh wow, it finally did come in. Okay, I'll have to let her know that. Awesome. So I'm gonna show a couple of things on here because I think you guys will find these really pretty. So I got a couple of prints because they were buy one, get one free or get one half off. So this is the first one. Hopefully that's focusing. Really pretty. And then we also had Bibliophile. Really like that one. That's really pretty. It says, a condition involving an irrevocable and passionate love for fictional characters. So really like that one. And then we also got just a thank you card. And I ordered a couple of bookmarks and a sticker. So the first one I ordered was just this shiny foiled triangular moon bookmark. And then I also ordered a ghost book eater bookmark because I thought it was just adorable, as well as the sticker that goes with it. So he will be going on my Kindle for sure. So glad to know those came in. I'll have to let her know about that. Okay, so next up, I got a package from Erin from Booked and Busy. I bought a couple of things off of her Pango site, and they finally arrived. So the first one is the Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This one is one that I've been really, really interested in for a while, but the Broken Binding is going to be doing special editions of them again, I believe, sometime in early 2023. So I really wanted to have read it and try and see if I like it before I order special editions. And she had this super cheap on Pango, so I decided to pick it up. And then she also sent me, this is a lot bigger than I thought, The 1,000 Deaths of Orb Ben. This is a fantasy book about a thief and I believe some kind of heist maybe. Soon it becomes clear there's more at stake than fame and glory. Art and his team might just have the last hope for human civilization. So this one actually comes recommended by Rachel from Argent Rabe, and super, super interested in that one as well. So many boxes. And last but not least, my Goldsboro for July, I believe, just came in. Let's open that. Excuse me, cat. Holy crap, this thing is huge. Oh, so I forgot that this was one that came in a slipcover. So this is the front, that's the spine, and then the other side is the same. And then when you take it out of the slipcover, got this beautiful foiled hardcover. Beautiful. Gorgeous end papers. I'm really interested in this one. I've heard some great reviews of it so far, but I'm a little concerned because I think it could be considered YA, so that worries me just a little bit. Usually Goldsboro does not do YA books, but I have found that the UK's definition of YA and my definition of YA, or the US definition of YA, are very different. And so a lot of times I will see books that would be shelved as young adult here, and I would consider young adults to be shelved as kind of a new adult bridge over in the UK. And so they get picked up by book boxes that would normally not do YA. So I'm interested in that one. Like I said, I've heard some good reviews, so curious to see if I like it. That's everything that came in the mail for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. And food is almost here, so I'm gonna go eat that and I'll be back. Okay, first things first, let's talk Ashes of the Sun. This is a Cursebreaker book. It is my first and only 5-star fantasy this year. I've had a 4.5 star and a couple of high 4 stars, but this is my first 5-star fantasy. I loved it. There are a couple of things that I didn't love as much, but honestly, because I was having such a great time, this is one of those books that, regardless of the fact that I had a few qualms with it, it's still gonna get a 5-star because I just had a lot of fun with it. This is a very, very unique magic system. We've got a blend of sci-fi, sort of kind of like Jedi's, but also you have different ways of harnessing magic. There are constructs, there are ghouls, there are deformed creatures that bend to different characters' commands. There is lore and a plague that was put on the land, so it's a very destroyed land. There's also a really interesting sibling relationship in this one. So we've got 2 siblings on opposite sides of the faction, and I can't really say what I liked about that without giving away spoilers, but I did like the way that that shook out in the end. I also really liked that I had no idea who was gonna live, who was gonna die, what was gonna happen to them. Were they going to be maimed? Were they going to live, but in some kind of interesting way? So had a great time with that. The ending was good. The pacing was great. I never felt like the book slowed down from the very first page, and I cannot wait to read book 2 and find out what happens. I may have to slow myself down just a teeny bit because the third and final book doesn't come out until February of 2023, which is a daggum shame. But I'm so very excited to have finally gotten a 5-star fantasy. This one was a great, great time. Moving on to the next choice that you guys had for me, and that was what I should read to start Summerween. And you had 2 different choices. So the first one was Upgrade. This is the brand new book by Blake Crouch. I have no idea what this is about. I just know that both Dark Matter and Recursion were 5-star reads, so definitely want to read this one. And then the other one was What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I've read 2 T. Kingfisher, both of which were her horror, and enjoyed them both, but really, really loved Hollow Places. This one is a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher. I think Hollow Places was a retelling as well. This one is a whole heck of a lot shorter than I thought it would be, so it's gonna be super quick and easy to read, but it's just the cutest, creepiest little book. Like, look at those end papers. Look how creepy that is. So, very, very excited to read this one as well. Again, I know it's a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher. I don't know anything else. I don't care. Let's see what ended up finally winning that poll. So I think It ended up being a little bit further apart than I thought it was going to be. When I was on sprints trying to get people to vote, it was so close and it was bouncing back and forth, so I really had no idea what was going to win. But it ended up being 55% Upgrade to 45% What Moves the Dead. I will be reading both of these at some point this week, but Upgrade is what I will be starting tonight. And then I also need you guys to pick what my nightly beverage is going to be. And that one's been up for a few minutes, so let's just see if we've got any good options here. Right now, the wine is winning. We're gonna give it a few more minutes and see what finally does win, because the wine is really, really old. So if wine wins, I'll try it. We'll try it. And if it's good, great. I love that wine. But if it's not good, we're gonna drink the cider anyway and just say I gave it my best effort. So I'll come back and check in with you guys once I've given that poll a few more minutes to percolate, and we will get my initial thoughts on Upgrade. Okay, everybody, so we're coming to the end of Instagram Controls My Day. I hope you guys have had fun with this because it's been a lot of fun for me. I've not had to make any decisions today, for one, which I don't like making decisions anyway. And it's just been fun, not knowing kind of what's gonna happen, what I'm gonna be reading, what I'm gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be drinking, eating, all that fun stuff. So the last two questions for Instagram Chooses My Day. The first one was, how many sprints are we gonna do? So after I got off of Sprints with Rye, I decided to host late night cruise sprints and go with just the chaos that ensues on late night cruise sprints. So you guys chose to do 3 or more sprints, no shocker there. And then the second question was to buy something off of Amazon. So I asked Rachel and Bobby what they suggested, and then the chat what they wanted. And Rachel said Herald of Storms, I believe. Bobby said Theft of Swords. And then the chat said the next Sophie Lark or a Squishmallow. Editing Mel popping in really quick to say that I actually forgot to save the screenshot of what won last night. So I ended up saving it this morning, and the poll actually shifted a little bit, which was perfect. And you're gonna see why here in just a second, but oops. And naturally a Squishmallow won, but the problem is I really want a bat really bad. And all the bats I could find either got terrible reviews or were itty bitty. So I think Deb has given me permission to do an IOU on the Squishmallow bat and to go with the second choice. So what I'm hoping is when it gets a little bit closer to Halloween, there will be more like official Squishmallow bats, and I will definitely be able to snag one then. But until then, Theft of Swords was the second choice, so I'm going to be purchasing that from Amazon to read very soon. And I'm excited. I have not read a Michael Sullivan before. Rachel tells me that I have to start with Theft of Swords because it's a big universe, kind of like Realm of the Elderlings, where everything kind of tacks on, but they're set in different parts of the world and different timelines. Anyway, she tells me that's where I should start. So I am going to get Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan and take an IOU on this Squishmallow, which is a sad day because the Squishmallow would have been way more exciting, but alas, I cannot find one. I looked for a full 30-minute sprint, y'all. I promise I looked. I did not get very far into Upgrade. I've only read a chapter so far, but I'm really enjoying it. It starts out a lot more action-packed than a lot of books do. I can't even remember exactly how Recursion or Dark Matter start off, but this is gonna be a breakneck thriller. We've already had something big happen in just the first chapter, so I'm super excited to continue reading it. But I hope you guys had a great time with me today choosing all of my things. I might do another one of these in the future because it was a ton of fun. But in the meantime, go check out Kayla's Instagram Controls My Day because it was so much fun participating and watching hers as well. And I will see you guys on Friday, I believe, with the summerween vlog. But until then, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you wanna. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.